from Campbelltown, like Claymore to be exact. I've always had trouble opening up. If you want to do it, don't talk about it, just do it. Because if you don't try, you never succeed. You're always going to receive hate no matter what you do in life. Yeah.
It's like bang, bang, bang. I'm like,
nah. I'm actually talking with a business that's just opening up soon.
Doing well, doing business, training hard, living the actual lifestyle. I'm like, how can I actually fit this in my day-to-day as a plumber?
Your smallest success is your greatest succession. Because 25 cents of change can make a whole lot of change, but you got to make the change to make the change. Doing my Kazi?
Doing, bro, how are you?
Not too bad, man.
We're just gonna act like we haven't seen each other yet. We didn't go grab a coffee and we're up here right now. Anyway,
yeah, man.
Bro, this is so different than what I usually do.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we're on the first podcast.
I know, man. What a view, eh?
You,
bro. I'm so like excited. But just seeing this, just seeing this, bro. It's actually just mad. First interviews, first podcast.
It's exciting. So the camera's there.
Yeah, I know.
I want to be facing this way.
I know. I don't want to even look at the camera first of all, because like, bro, wow.
Bro, you know what? Straight out, let's get into it. If you want to introduce yourself to the camera.
Yeah. My name's Mooka. I do TikTok and Instagram. I'm a big Tigers fan and NRL fan, and I'm just here to expand my work. Yeah.
Bro, it's as easy as that. And you guys obviously already know who I am. You're watching it on my channel. And here we are, bro. You want to tell us a bit about your social media and what actually made you start your social media journey? What gave you the stuff at let's do it? You know what I mean?
No, good question, bro. Like, obviously everyone wants to fulfill the fantasy of being on social media and, you know, like seeing all these big stars like KSI, you know, Deji, you know, all these influencers, especially on TikTok, because, you know, Australia's starting to get big now. But for me, my reason was I've always had trouble opening up as it is, you know, especially from a young age. And so obviously I'm from Campbelltown, like Claymore to be exact. And, you know, just always have to be a certain way, always have to put up a front so no one messes with you or any type of like that. That's just from my experience, but that was a big factor. And secondly, I think it was just not being a what if. If you don't know what a what if is, it's, I don't want to be a person that talks about the good times or, oh, I could have been this, I could have been that. I would rather just be the person that just does it. Because if you don't try, you never succeed.
100%.
You know, and that was a big factor. And you know what, just why not? Because that was a big moral for me and I just did it. One day I kept planning it. I think I was like, what, a week before my first video? Around this time actually, it's like, I'm just under a year doing this.
Quick anniversary.
I know, happy anniversary. But yeah, I just said, I planned it. And I was like, I don't even know what I'm gonna make. So I just said, screw it, I'm just gonna do this. Watching the Tigers game against Cronulla at Leichhardt, tight game, it was 16, I'm pretty sure. And Adam Dewey, field goal right in front. Not field goal, 2-pointer right in front. Yep. And this is when we were getting pumped, like 3 years straight, wooden spoons. That's when you're bottom of the table. Bro, it was like the most depressing time of my life. And when he slotted that in, it was just perfect timing. I was like, in my head, I was like, yeah, that's a great time. So I filmed my dad on the sly, West Papi. I just filmed him and then perfect reaction. It was like a minute-long video. I didn't think, nah, nothing of it. And it popped. And then, but once it popped, it hit like 58K and like wow. Thousands of followers, shares, a lot of love in the comments. And then seeing that was like a good like feeling. I got my dopamine hit from it.
Yeah.
And it made me feel accepted, acknowledged, and just that goodness, you know, I'm doing something right.
You know what, going through that, you stated you don't want to have a what if. Obviously I'm in the same boat, I don't want to have a what if, but say what actually broke it to you, like what cracked the glass and said stuff it, let's do it. For anyone going through your experience, obviously growing up in Campbelltown, like say me and you, what would you say was just the changing point? What would you say to anyone that's wanting to do something that's along your lines and doesn't want to have a what if?
Boy, that's bro. You got me a little bit. You got me a little stumped, you little shit, hey.
Let's do it, bro. Let's hear it.
Oh no, fair enough, man. Look, anyone that wants to, anything in general, social media, sports, romance, whatever it comes down to, it all fits in the same category. But we'll just stick to social media. If you want to do it, don't talk about it. Just do it. Like, I know it's easier said than done. Because many people talk, I used to talk about it all the time, like, oh, I'm going to do this, but I was too self-conscious. Sometimes you just got to stop caring. just got to do what you got to do, you know. And at the end of the day, you're not going to know what you're going to know in the beginning. Like me, I didn't know what I was doing in the get-go. I was like, I'll just do random videos. If you look back on my page, from the very beginning, I was just doing random videos. I was just going for runs, walks, because I had no job. I fucked my ankle during, I was playing for International Rugby League, and I did my ankle. I had no job.
Wow.
So I was like, and it put me down in a spiral, bro. Like really bad spiral. I had no work, no money, no nothing. And I thought, fuck, why not? I got nothing else to do. I got all this free time. So I just did it, and that's the only thing. Cliche as now is you just got to do it. You got to stop caring what other people think. I know in Australia, like you probably experienced many times, I've seen a couple of your videos, it's tall poppy syndrome. And people that are around the world and shit, tall poppy syndrome is like, well, from my understanding, being humble and not trying to put yourself out there and stay grounded. But at the same time, like, you just got to do it, man. So that's my advice. Just don't talk about it, just do it, get it done. Don't worry about anyone else. You're always going to receive hate no matter what you do in life. But do they have your email? Do they have your phone number? Do they know where you live? Do they share the same food and plate and roof over your head? No. Just got to do it, you know what I mean?
Bro, you're doing something right if you're receiving hate.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, that's the way I look at it, at least.
Like an NRL football kicker, my conversion rate's great when I speak to them on the thing. Bro, I have a laugh, man. Everything I do is just banter, and it's all love. Yeah, I might sound arrogant, I might say certain things, but it's just to get a reaction. I'm here to entertain and slightly educate, you know? And bro, when I talk to them in the comments, I laugh, I giggle. It's not because it's hurting me, it's more like, sweet, if I can change this person's perspective on me, that's all I need. And like, I've got a high conversion rate, I'll change people. Instagram's the most worst for it, bro.
Yep.
Oh, bro, because one of my cousins from NZ said, bro, if you're gonna jump on Instagram, but keep in mind, they're much toxic than TikTok. And he was right, I copped it straight away. You know, just the typical thing, you're a grown man doing all this social media things, like shit, face painting yourself, like grow up, get a hold of yourself. Bro, I'm only 23, and I was doing this when I was 22. I was like, bro, I just have a laugh with them. I don't try to kill them with negativity, I just kill them with positivity. Well, you're gonna hate someone that's been so nice to you. And like a lot of them respected me as, you know, oh, true, bro, this and that. And some of them don't, but they still watch, and I still see them in my comments. So that's my advice for anyone as well, and that's trying to particular, just kill them with kindness, because then they just look stupid.
Yep. And what would you say actually keeps you going today? Because obviously I see your content, it always pops up, bro. You're posting like 3 to 5 times a day. I'm seeing at least 10 of your videos. When I scroll through the friends list, yeah, it's like bang, bang, bang. I'm like, nah, I have no one else here pointing out videos.
Nah, don't.
It's like, what keeps you going? Or is it just because it's sport, you obviously for the love of the sport? Like, would you say that's it? Or you've got something you actually want to build through it? Because you're obviously building at the same time.
So my reason why.
What's your why? What's your why factor?
Well, in the beginning, bro, if you asked me a year ago, 6 months ago, I would have told you, like I would have told everyone that knows me very personally, I'm just doing this for fun, like just downplaying it a lot. Not trying to set a high expectation, or if I fail, people just smash me like, oh, why aren't you doing your TikTok thing? Why aren't you doing this? But now I'm getting the grasp of, some people say not success, but I say that's success, bro. I've hit over 1 million views on Instagram alone only in 2 weeks.
Bro, that's mental.
You know what I mean? So my reason why is just to show my passion. I feel like that's lost in the sport. Like at a young age, I used to see other sports like America, football, basketball, even tennis, bro. Even tennis, bro, and golf. There's so much passion, there's so much joy, and everyone gets into it. You know, the camaraderie is incredible, and that's actually one of my big goals in my journey that I'm endeavouring, to bring the passion back to footy. If you see old footy videos from back in the 80s, even beyond that, people are going off because it was just so communicable, it's so suburban. And that's one of my reasons why. And plus, a big factor also was, oh, I'm a little bit stumped now. I lost my train of thought.
You want me to hit you with the next question or what?
No, I can keep going.
Alright, let's go.
Oh my God, you get me nervous, boy. I can't stop looking at this view. It's such a great spot. No, like another reason, I just want to get ahead.
Yeah, of course.
Because I think I haven't said this to anyone. You're actually the first person that's going to know about it.
So use.
In use. I'm actually in talking with a business that's just opening up soon.
Awesome.
You know, they'll be called Pies on Roads.
Oh, yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So obviously in the name it's about pies, but in the footy games, that's where it wraps around. Footy games, when I was growing up, when you go to a footy game, you get your chips, you get your drinks, and you have a fucking cracker meat pie, bro. That's what I used to remember when I used to play in the little leagues. And when I was getting older, or steak sandwiches, oof.
Yeah.
Or sausage rolls. And like, I feel like that aligns with me, what I like. And I've tried them, and that stunned me. You know the pies in NZ? I'm not sure if you know this. NZ people don't put their sauce on their pies.
Yeah, bro, to be honest, I don't really pay attention, but educate me.
Alright, so one of my cousins in NZ, he said the pies are way better. And I was like, why? Why are they better compared to Australia? Because there's an ongoing rivalry, no matter what, between these two countries. So, bro, the pastry is better, it's well balanced, it's crunchy, it's fluffy, it's just perfect. And then the meat is primo. You're not getting this fake shit that everyone's eating these days. Even their mince is better than ours. And the sauce is a big key in part of their pies. That's where you don't need the tomato sauce or barbecue sauce on top of your pies. So that's why they wig out when they see us putting tomato sauce on our pies. I was like, all right, sweet. I tried this. I was like, I now understand. So hopefully I'm in negotiations with them, and hopefully I can be an ambassador, and hopefully work on that truck, get out of what I'm doing right now.
Bro, that's actually awesome. So would you say doing the social media, I think I'm gonna take it a little back now. Would you say a social brand is actually a big thing? Because you're stating hopefully you can be an ambassador, hopefully you can say own a share of the business or something along those lines, be even an investor, whatever it may be. Integrate what you're doing within the business if it obviously integrates, if it works, which I see it can, because you're going to be a social icon, you're building a social icon, you're building a social brand.
Yeah.
So would you say that ties in very well? Like, talk to me about that.
Well, yeah, it's a big factor, especially in today's day. Like before, you didn't really need to be an influencer. There was no such thing besides like movie star, rock star, wrestling star, whatever sport. Now it's a big factor because it gets a different attention from different audiences. And it does push you, because if you already got a clientele already that follows you, that watches you, and that supports you, then obviously that's going to contribute to the business. It's just another form of marketing, really.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much advertising. So instead of watching on TV on Channel 9 News, and there's an ad that pops up, that's your ad. And it's entertaining and educational, and you're informing people, we got the best pies, for instance, we got the best pies in Sydney. And soon to be the best in Australia. And we're here to take over. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, it is a big factor. At least a good marketing strat. You're always going to need someone in marketing. So yeah, I believe that's strong.
Yeah, no, 100%, and I agree with you. Would you believe, even if the pies, say, don't taste the best, would you believe marketing matters more than the actual product? Well, what's your take on that? Because obviously marketing can push a lot of people toward, say, a stage of actual purchase.
Yeah.
Would you say in this day and age, marketing talks the most?
It goes hand to hand, bro. Like it's from my experience, I don't really know too much, but for me, I like to eat, bro. I'm a big boy here. Come on, man. You know what I mean?
That's how you know the pies are going to be good.
They're going to be cracker, straight out. But nah, for me, social media is like advertising, marketing. It's just to catch the eye and intrigue the person. Like when you watch a Pepsi, Coca-Cola commercial, and you got the people, all these beautiful people cracking this Coca-Cola or Pepsi.
The sound of it, eh?
The sound, that's what entices you. That's your expectation. Like, oh, bro, if I pop this Coca-Cola, I'm gonna have 20 baddies, 20 honeys behind me. I'm gonna be at a beach. It's gonna be dripping full of water, condensation. It's supposed to catch your eye and say, oh, it's in your brain now. But when it comes to the actual time to perform, your product matters the most. For me, I'd rather do not disgusting. I'd rather do like a mediocre ad, and when they do come, because they're not gonna have a crazy expectation. When they do come, your product's gotta perform. Your product speaks louder than your words.
Yeah.
So have a strong product, have a solid social media. You don't even need to do nothing too crazy, just advertise it. And your product speaks for itself. Let the food speak, or whatever you're doing.
So under promise, over deliver.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Let them decide. You know what I mean?
Sure. Let the product do the talking.
Yeah.
So, but you obviously want to get that initial, give them, say, the call to action, come out.
Oh yeah.
That marketing right, and then obviously if the product is there, it's gonna do the rest of the talking, because it's a more so like, obviously it could be more so of, it's not just or they're buying a piece of clothing, they're buying a shoe where it's like, say, a one-time purchase. You want a customer that's reoccurring revenue, which kind of makes sense in the food industry.
Yeah, that too, but you're buying a lifestyle. You're buying the experience of what you're buying. For me, when I made this jersey myself.
Whoa, okay, you made that yourself.
Yeah, well, obviously I had to sell it for me, but like,
okay,
my vision,
mental.
like for this instance, I made this because I always wanted to make it since I was young.
Yep.
And the representation of these are two clubs that merge into one, which is known as the West Tigers. Big rivalry. Both outstanding club culture, and they merge into one. So I made this as soon as I went to Leichhardt, just to test if anyone likes it, and bro, I received so much love and, you know, everything like that. So that's with anything you do. Like, you gotta just be that. Gotta fulfill what you gotta do. You know what I mean? And hopefully one day I can start selling these. But obviously I gotta change my brand so I don't get like sued and cease and desist. Yeah.
How would you say you change your brand? You change, say, the logos or anything along those lines? Like,
so far, like what I've like kind of figured it out. Obviously ChatGPT came a long way, and then obviously I know a couple of people that does law. They said, as long as you don't say it's an NRL jersey, so you can't say it's a West Tigers jersey or NRL jersey. You have to say it's a custom jersey, so custom Mooka jersey, and you got to change the brand because it's trademarked. It's owned by them. So if they see you doing it, they'll smash you, they'll sue you, or they'll just totally stop business. So you customize your own logo, which I'm in the process of making, and then you just got to change your design. So if they say that's our design, so no, that's inspired. So that's why I've realized, because I'm seeing all these content creators that's in the same field as me, making their own jerseys. It's like, why don't you just do that? Custom your team that you support jersey, and then I realized that's why. So that's something I'm happy to do. Yeah.
Would you say, if you had the opportunity, say, if you were to open doors, or you had someone to come through and open doors for you, to actually get you in contact with the people who have those logos trademarked,
yeah,
would you be interested in doing business with them? And that way you can actually keep exactly what you got and say, put the jerseys out together. Do you get what I'm
No. Yeah, like talk to someone that can put me in the right direction to let's say the Tigers, because I support the Tigers, and have a negotiation with them, a deal where we can sell it and I get a profit and they get a profit. I've thought about that.
Because, bro, it doesn't seem like a bad idea. I mean,
no, it's a great idea.
If you come up to me and I had, say, a team, man, I'd be more than interested.
Oh, 100%, bro.
Sounds pretty.
No, that gets me G'd up, bro. Gets me G'd up. Like I said, I did a little research. To a certain extent, maybe things can change if I speak to them directly. But like we said, social media, it brings a lot of people in, right? Me, I'm only just an upcoming creator. I only got like, over 1,000, 1,200 followers on TikTok. So I don't really got much to bargain with. You got to have leverage.
Yeah.
So what are you going to bring to them? And when you go speak to them, excuse me. So when you go speak to, let's say, the West Tigers or whoever's running this merchandise, there's a lot of fees, like licensing, that can range from so much money, like 70K or plus, or depends on what it is. And then having like licenses, just legit licenses, and like being allowed to sell them, and then they take a large proportion of royalties, then what are you being left over? That's why a lot of people, even people that are former NRL players, are making their own jerseys to sell to their fans. Because like, I've been trying to find manufacturers, trying to find the best place where I can get these as cheap as I can, but to solid quality as possible. Because I don't want to, because today's jerseys are $130, sometimes a little bit more. For me, I don't want to spend that much. Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
No, that makes sense.
I would love to. I've done it before. But I was like, I want to make sure I get a solid product to someone that can afford it. That's what I'm at, especially in this climate, bro. We're getting smashed by fuel, we're getting smashed by taxes, tolls, you name it, bro. We're getting smashed with it. And I just want to make sure I'm giving back to the community. Even if you're a Tigers fan, Papua New Guinea, wherever you are in the world, or whoever you support, even if you don't support the NRL, I want to make sure everyone gets an opportunity and a chance to at least somewhat afford something they like. And that's something I hold strong on. I did speak to a manufacturer and someone else in regards, because I was very close to making the jersey. And they try to make me overprice a jersey, man. $150 per jersey or more. I get it's a custom, but for me, it didn't sit right morally. For me, I'd rather not overcharge someone. Obviously, I'm going to make a profit. It's business. And I've got to keep making them and put money back into the business. But it doesn't sit right with me. I'd rather help someone than take it away. At least give something back. So it goes hand to hand. Like this interview, like me collabing here and you collabing with me, it's helping us both grow. We both got to get something out of it. But, you know, it has to go hand to hand. Like I can't see it going any other way. So I'd rather not be a scumbag and greedy and give back to the people.
Yeah, and that makes total sense. I mean, you help them out, they'll obviously help you out by purchasing the product, but it's like at the end of the day, they might not even see it as helping you out. They may think to themselves like they're helping themselves out because they're buying the product, they're using it, they're obviously getting it for a reason. They're gonna enjoy it. They're gonna wear it.
I would hope so. Like, you know, you're spending all this time and you hope so they would enjoy the product. Even if they don't, I'd rather receive feedback. Yep. If I don't do something right, like even like videos when I have an opinion, if I'm wrong and I'm truly wrong and I don't see it and you call me out on it, please do. Because then you educate me and you acknowledge like I made a mistake, you told me the facts, and I'll full right come say it's like, you know what, you're right. You know what, I was wrong, you proved me wrong, I acknowledge it. Thank you for calling me out and keeping me on track. That's where tall poppy syndrome should come in. Being humble and being grounded and acknowledging shit, taking accountability. That's something a lot of people don't. So yeah, like I agree.
For sure, bro. And would you say taking accountability with actually posting on social media and doing your type of content is a big thing? Has there actually ever been a moment you had to take accountability for anything that you may have done wrong? Or no, it doesn't really...
Yeah, you learn as you grow.
Yep.
Like obviously I'm not gonna know, like don't get me wrong, I'm a big NRL fan and I don't know everything. Like I'm a fanatic, but I'm not that crazy fanatic. But I'm learning. But there's been a couple of videos, well maybe like what? Maybe 3 videos, 2 videos max. I made a mistake, I got my information wrong or I typed it wrong. Like I meant to word it in a certain way. That's just how my brain thinks. And yeah, I made a mistake and someone corrected me and a couple of people corrected me. I looked at it, obviously it stunned me. I was like, oh, I thought I was generally right. Like, because I seen a source that said it and it was pretty reliable and it was wrong. Or like slightly, or I misread it. And then I went into the comments and I said, you know what, my bad, thank you for calling me out. I didn't mean it like that, I meant it like this. And yeah, that's me taking accountability, because I feel like people respect people that acknowledge their mess ups.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I mean, that's what we need more of that in this world.
Yeah, because like, I don't want to give people wrong information. If I'm wrong, I'll correct it, or I'll acknowledge it in the next video. You know what I mean? Because imagine I wasn't doing this and I was doing something more, let's say fitness or anything that's like health or anything with lifestyle, business. If I give you the wrong information to a young bloke, he's going to take that word and he's going to use it and then he's going to look stupid or look funny or people are going to look at him wrong. It could be half right, but you need to be, you can't believe you must know that you're right. Like if you're giving me, because I see you do a lot of business stuff, and if you were telling me advice, and obviously I'm keen to someone to guide me and mentor me, and you give me wrong information, I don't know because I'm oblivious, I lack knowledge in that field, it's going to look bad on you, it's going to look worse on me because I'm representing you. Yeah. So I'd rather just guide people in that way, and I'm willing to help anyone, especially if they're making mistakes and they reach out to me, I'm more than happy, like, yeah, you could have done this better, and so forth, vice versa.
And that makes total sense.
Yeah, 100%. Doesn't sound too crazy, does it?
Not at all, bro. Like, say if anyone was out there right now and you obviously, what you do is very, very niche.
Yeah,
and obviously, what I do, me thinking about it today, it's like, how do I tie into NRL? Well, to be honest, I don't, but I like talking business, and at the end of the day, we both do social media, so it doesn't matter whether I tie into NRL or I don't. Yeah. The way I think about it is, we can do content together.
100%.
I mean, and that's it. Look, we're talking right now, I'm asking questions. It doesn't matter to me because I'm actually interested in what you have to say, and I'm enjoying my time. We get to sit here at an awesome view.
I know, look at the sun, bro. Wow.
Bro, it's beautiful. It's literally, this morning it was freezing, it was cold.
Oh, bro, yeah, I was...
Right now, I'm like, I'm sitting here, I'm feeling good.
Legit, bro. When I seen you with your jacket when we were getting coffee, like when we met up to make sure like everything was good, I seen you walk out with a jacket. I even said it to you, bro. I was like, you're crazy, bro. What are you doing? Like it's...
Bro,
it's
look out. I thought it was going to be even
I'm sweating. I'm sweating.
The sun's hitting me even harder right now.
What do you mean? Because I'm getting burnt. I'm like a sausage sizzle. You know what I mean? I'm going to be a burnt pie in a moment.
So, would you say the best take on social media for anyone actually wanting to start out right now would be go on to something you actually enjoy and you like to talk about rather than what's actually hot? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Look, for me, because I've already tried different avenues, my advice for now, because obviously my advice will change later on, like anyone's perspective. Try different things.
Yep.
In the very beginning, that's what I did. I tried to do the fitness thing. I tried to do motivational talk.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah.
So I'll say you never fail if you're trying different things. It may not do good. Try different things, see what catches people's eye, and you're passionate. Because for me, when I was doing all that stuff, yeah, I liked it, but passion was a big factor for me. That's how I'm naturally raw. This aligns with me because I love it and I know so much more about it. That's why when I speak, it's factual, or you grasp the concept like, oh, he knows what he's talking about. Maybe his opinion's a little bit off, but he knows what he's talking about. So find the thing that you enjoy. Then once you find it, keep tapping it, keep going. You can follow trends, do it once in a while, but follow your own path. Because people like what's the word? Okay. My speech impediment just came out of nowhere. Holy shit. So I've got a speech impediment, so like sometimes I can't speak. I'm surprised I'm doing very well.
Yeah.
Authenticity.
Awesome.
Authenticity. There
Authenticity. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fucking leg slap me, bro. I'm gonna get heated.
Bro, I'm learning new things today, bro. Like, right now, I don't know much about footy. I've learned about footy. I've just learned those two teams you're wearing right now combined into one, which is now the West Tigers.
Yeah, like, let me ask you a question, because like, obviously you pumped me with some great questions. Please. Let me ask you some stuff. This is good, like, learning space for me. So, like, obviously, I'm gonna ask you the same question. I've seen you, like, last year I've seen you. Didn't really know, like, oh, what type of content you're making, and I just want to know what was your, at least journey, your experience of going through it. Like, were you alone when you're doing this? What was the feeling when you were doing it? Were you self-conscious when you were out? Because I see you go out in public and do interviews. That's something I want to do. And like, I get too a little anxious, but I'm getting out of my comfort zone, especially now. Like, let us know, like, let your fans know, let my people know, what was your journey? How did you feel at that time from beginning to now?
When I first started, I felt very motivated. So to be completely honest, I went out of the country. I wasn't making any social media or anything along those lines. I went out of the country, and where I went, I was surrounded by people just doing good things, training really hard. I was obviously training beforehand, but man, it wasn't anything like this. Like, I was out of the country for say 2 weeks. I was on holiday and I was getting woken up at 6 a.m, 5:30 a.m, be ready by 6. Let's go for a run. After the run, let's go straight, train, let's fast, and then when it gets to lunchtime, we'll have a little small meal. Dinner, we'll have an actual meal. Not doing, that's what I still do today. I'm not gonna lie, I don't wake up at 5:30 a.m. to go for a run, but man, that fasting has stuck to me. But to be honest with you, when I got back from that holiday, I was so G'd up, I was so motivated. I went and hung out with people doing well, doing business, training hard, living the actual lifestyle. I'm like, why aren't I doing this? Why can't I do this? How can I actually fit this in my day-to-day as a plumber? Bro,
you're a plumber?
I'm a plumber, bro.
I didn't even know you were a plumber, bro. I thought you were Sparky. You take me as a Sparky. Bro. You're just like, you're really clean, bro. That's why.
I'm being honest with you. I'd wake up. I'd have to be at work 6:50 a.m. I live in Campbelltown, bro. I live very
you're local.
Close to you, bro.
Oh, far out.
To be honest, I'd wake up early in the morning to go for a run so that I can leave my house by 5:50 a.m. to get to my job site, which is out in freaking Greenacre or in the city, wherever there is work.
The jungle.
Bro, dead set. Just so I can get to my work by 7, and I would have already went for a run. I would have already trained. I would be beaming out of my seat, jumping up and down, going on my way to work. Cause just listening to motivational things, be in that mindset, recording whatever it was. I was in a very good spot. And then since then, bro, I'd just constantly be recording whatever. I reached a plateau eventually, and I stopped. And I'm like, what am I doing this for? What am I honestly doing this for? And then, to be honest, it just hit me again. Why have I stopped? Why did I stop doing it? Why did I start? I started because I want to motivate the youth. I want to motivate everyone. I enjoy business. I enjoy training. I enjoy sport. Even though my content doesn't really relate to sport, I feel as if...
No, it's still a factor. It's still a factor.
Bro, I feel training and being disciplined is a 29 minute mark. We just noticed the cameras went down. But I think...
Good little intermission, eh?
Bro, I think what I'll finish off from what I was saying from when the camera went down.
Yeah.
Honestly, geez, mind blank.
Yeah.
Right. I feel as if discipline, obviously training ties into business a lot due to the fact that when you do business, business is business. It's strictly business. And what's discipline? Discipline is going to the gym, training hard. The way that being disciplined about the gym and business tying together is crazy because it's both the same mindset. Put it together, eat good, train hard. Training hard and eating good puts you in the right mindset in where you can actually go out and then do the business because you're sharp, you're on your toes, you're on your feet, you do what you need to do, you're energized, you can talk, you can speak, you can negotiate, you can make moves, and you can meet new people, which I feel as if is a huge important part of business.
Well, obviously we've met properly now.
Bro.
You know what I mean? So like, it was a good factor because this is, for me, this is a good like little thing for me. So obviously you got a great business mindset, at least like starting to get to that point where you're making more moves. And like, I believe what you're saying because like I said before, passion. You got the passion, you know what you're talking about. Like I believe what you're saying, it's true. Obviously you're gonna learn a lot more things and perspectives change, like I said before. But like, you should be very proud of yourself, bro. Like, bro, you're like what? How many followers you got now on TikTok?
Bro, no.
Over 1,000? I know, I've been watching, bro. I've been watching your shit. Like, no, but the fact that you're on YouTube, you're on Instagram, you're on TikTok, you're trying to put yourself out there because every social media platform, it has different strategies. Like TikTok has very short term. It's very quick. You got to catch people's attentions. I feel like Instagram, I'm not too sure about Instagram yet, but that one's just being raw and just being yourself. That one, you're just gonna be entertaining. You're being funny, you're doing a makeup tutorial, you're doing some crazy stuff. YouTube, I haven't tapped the YouTube market. I know you have. Like for me, what's something you could tell me about YouTube? Because I don't know, how do you start that shit? I don't even know. I actually want to get into it. I want to do a little bit different form of content.
Bro, you honestly want to hear my honest truth?
Please tell me.
I have no clue. I feel as if YouTube is the one platform that no locals are actually like on or see me from. I feel like everyone watching my content from YouTube is all from like America and stuff like that.
Well, that's hectic, like,
bro, I don't even know. I don't know.
I get you. I don't want another country to watch it. Like Papua New Guinea is like pretty much majority of my fan base.
That's pretty lit.
Because like I got family ties in Papua New Guinea.
Oh, okay.
You know, like my in-laws and my nephew that's born, like with my brother, he's Papua New Guinean. Because he's half Papua New Guinean, Syrian, and South American Chilean. So like, for me, because I'm not sure if you know, because obviously I'll inform you, a new team that's coming to the NRL is Papua New Guinea Chiefs. So, honestly, man, if I get ever an opportunity to work with an NRL club, it's either the Tigers. Obviously, I'd love to work with the Tigers because, like, that's my team.
It makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
I mean, no, obviously not. but like another club I would love to at least work with and kind of join their journey and just support because I love the people, man. Is Papua New Guinea. Like how passionate those people are with their footy is like insane. Like even someone that doesn't watch it, like NRL, I'm taking you don't, go watch one of their games. Bro, the crowd goes crazy. That's the passion I talk about and what I represent as Mooka, because Mooka's not just a person. Yeah, I am Mooka physically, but Mooka is the community. Mooka's the people that want to be something that they're not and they're inspired to be. That's my journey, that's my task. If inshallah nothing happens to me, knock on wood, I would want someone to take it over for me and continue it. I've already had conversations with someone, if something does happen to me or I can't do it no more, I'll tell them to step in line. So Papua New Guinea, I'd love to work with them. If you see this, any people from Papua New Guinea, reach out to a brother, man. One talk, because they call me One Talk. I didn't even know what that meant. I thought it was an insult. I said on the comments, because they pump my comments, I love them. They just kept calling me One Talk, One Talk. I don't even know what it means, and it's like, from my understanding, to my memory, it's like it's a big compliment. It's like you relate with the people support you, they love you.
Okay, that's awesome.
I mean, search it up. I could be wrong, but search it up. But yeah, man, like if there's two clubs I can work with, I'll be ecstatic. I'll put my all into it. Legit, I'll drop everything. I'll even move to Papua New Guinea and show the real side of Papua New Guinea. People have been dissing Papua New Guinea too much. Because obviously, you can come this from a business standpoint. It's a third world country, not much money. From what I've been told from the people, it's corrupted. And I didn't know how divided it was. Because if I'll educate you now, there's like more than 4 different regions of Papua New Guinea. And there's over 1,000 languages. And they're all very divided. There's obviously the mountains, that's where I think the Prime Minister's from, this and that. So I just want to give back to those people. I'm actually planning to go there hopefully next year. Okay. Obviously for like a personal thing for family. But obviously I just want to go out there because a lot of them have been asking me to come out. So I just want to support them and give back to their community. And I actually want to see one of their games. And hopefully I would love to sponsor one of their teams, to be honest. Just to give them the jersey. I've seen, bro, they're running bare feet. And you know,
Some shoes, bro. Don't worry about a jersey,
Bro.
cuz.
I'll do everything I can. Like, it's what I can afford. Even just give them new jerseys, new socks. At least get them to look forward to something, and because they don't get a lot of support, bro. And that's what breaks my heart. And they're so passionate, and they've been through so much, especially during the war. They defended our lines. Did you know that?
Bro, no clue.
If I think it was the Japanese or the Germans, they were coming through in the Dakota Trail. That's where it comes from. And they were calling them the Fuzzy Wuzzy Angels, because they were just helping everyone and saving. If they didn't defend the lines with the Anzacs, this country would have been taken over. So like, for that, that makes me push more to support them. Something excited about. I'll be honest.
Bro, no, that sounds lit.
I get excited, bro.
That's hectic. Man, I reckon we'll hit you with one question, I reckon, and we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, too easy, man. What you got?
One thing you can say to anyone watching right now, what would it be? Just one, it can be anything. It's very broad, but and anything you could say to anyone watching.
Okay.
Go for it.
Let me turn to Hughes. Look, obviously it's on the spot, but one thing I've told myself when I was a little bit younger, your smallest success is your greatest succession. Because 25 cents of change can make a whole lot of change, but you got to make the change to make the change. That might sound confusing, but for me, that's what I stuck with. That's something I come up with. That's when I was going through tough times and trying to progress anything I did, like sports, education, social media, family, whatever relationships you have. That's something that stuck by me, and don't be a what if. Whatever scares you, just do it. Everything scares me, but I just do it. Because then, if you don't do it, you'll never know. Take that shot, take that leap of faith. Leap of faith. Yeah, see, speech came in.
Bro.
Leap of faith, and just go for it. What do you got to lose?
Those are very heavy words, bro. Like,
I'd hope so. I'm pretty heavy for myself.
25 cents to change can make a lot of change.
To make a whole lot of change, but you got to make the change to get the change.
Someone else's trash, someone else's gold.
Exactly. You know, bigger to better things. You know.
Bro, I really appreciate your time today.
No, I appreciate you, man. Like, this is my first time doing this stuff, so it's nerve-wracking, but I was excited.
This is my first time doing a podcast, bro, and you're on it.
Oh, bro, you did gangster.
Mooka and EH, cuz. That's actually mental.
I know, man. I'm very happy.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Bro, that's it. As always, take care, and I'll see you next time.
Stay deadly, and it's Mooka.